Kiewit is an exciting place to work because for a company that has been around since 1884 doing construction and mining work, it is really one of the most progressive companies that I've ever worked for or actually have ever seen or read about. From a communication perspective, we've been given the opportunity to really push the needle to make sure that people in the business understand how they fit in, are involved in moving the organization, and have the information they need to do their jobs effectively.
The company prides itself in the innovative practices that it does.
That message is driven all the way from the top down.
I have been constantly impressed with the way that this company acts in a progressive manner when it looks at everything that it does.
We identified the need to have an enterprise social media tool at Kiewit, so we vetted through a lot of products to make sure that all those needs were met, and finally ended up with Pulse.
And when we essentially were able to prove the case that this is something worth doing for a variety of reasons, people lined up and said, let's go.
So if you take a look at how communications has evolved across the years, it started with a letter, it went to a computer, into an email, and now people are starting to really embrace the social media aspect.
In an organization that has more than 25,000 people in North America as well as Australia, what Pulse has really been able to give us is a great vehicle to communicate, collaborate, recognize great performances in ways that we've just never been able to do before.
Previously, before we had Pulse, you were always knowing what people were doing maybe in the office next to you or a floor above you, but realistically now through Pulse, I know what people are doing halfway across the world. We are now able to almost communicate in a real-time type of environment.
With regards to collaboration, you're able to find other people in the company that you may not have had any interaction with, and you're able to find out what their expertise is and use it to benefit your project or your team.
Because Pulse has such a familiar user interface, I think that really added to the high-level adoption that we saw within our employees.
Our CEO is a large advocate of the Pulse program.
What's great to see is our CEO touching or communicating with people at all levels of the organization in a really quick, efficient way, in a way that he typically wouldn't have the ability to do just because he can't be everywhere all the time.
Pulse has helped us improve communications at Kiewit by adding a level of humanization to the conversation.
Everyone knows my face, they know who I am, and they can ask me questions right then and there that everybody can see, not just one-on-one, which is what email hides and Pulse provides.
Pulse allows me, through questions, topics, and other various features, to communicate across our entire company and receive that feedback so that we can incorporate it into the deployment plan and make sure that we are effectively communicating across the entire company.
We pride ourselves in being an innovative company, and that's what we were looking for in our social media application, and that's why we chose Pulse.
I really think that this will allow us to take our company to the next level.
We're excited to see where Pulse can take social media here at Kiewit.
It's been great to see how leadership and our employees across the organization have gotten behind our implementation of Pulse and are widely using it to improve communication across the organization.